See, he's already talked about I'm being an LP in 5 funds and 2 angel groups. Why I wanted to highlight this is that this gave me an exposure on how do you identify startups, what are the key ingredients and founders, and what is the unit economics, what is the problem statement, what is the go-to-market strategy, all this buzzwords you can say, and how do you really matter in choosing the right kind of people to come to us as well as for people to invest and for us to invest. By the way, he mentioned 22, since then I've committed in 3 more. So this is around 25 startups and I exited in 15 of them. I wanted to highlight something here that my father is not a serial entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur who started various companies and invested in various entrepreneurs. But his style of identifying, I'm talking in 1960s and 70s, was different. He was very human driven. So the quality of the founder is very key for him. He spends time with them, he makes his analysis. Apart from that, his way of doing due diligence was to go and talk to the banks, go and talk to the competition about this person and the company. So from that era to today's era, we have changed. So we as family decided how do we support young people to come with startups. Also our students, in fact yesterday we heard from IIT on how many student startups are coming and how many faculty startups are coming. So we want to go on that trend with leadership. So this in mind we started CIC. And they're all helping me and guiding me in the board. And Ahmed is an active member, there are other members also. And I want to spend some time in this slide. So it is very key to bring the right kind of people to advise you in this process. This has been our experience from the funds I invested. Also, there are Standing Capital, Mr. Balakrishnan is here, bringing the right kind of people on board to guide you. Mr. Taslim Arif is the CEO of CCAN, which is the largest biotechnology incubator in the country. He has created multiple unicorns. Very, very enviable track record. Chandu Nair is the fellow from Chennai Angels. I'm also a Chennai Angel member. And he's invested in over 55 startups. And exited in half of them. Akira is the executive director of TIE. TIE is helping us with investment as well as mentorship. Mr. Shankar Venugopal is the new addition. He just came on board 2 weeks back. We have now got a fund from Atul Information Center to do smart and clean mobility. So for that, we are bringing in some people who are in the automobile sector. So he's the vice president in Mahindra & Mahindra. And Mr. Bala Murugan is the vice president of Renault Nissan, the technology hub. Mr. Rajiv Joseph, again from Chennai, is serial entrepreneur, angel investor, and invested in about 30 to 40 companies. Mr. Shivaram Krishnan is managing around 3,000 crore of family funds for others. They also invest in startups. Rajan Srikanth, he started his own angel group called Keras Forum. He's on our board. And Manu Iyer is the GP, that is the general partner in Blue Hill Capital, which is a 350 crore fund. Just keep this in your mind, and then I'll talk about this later. So where did the journey start? So this started germinating in our mind in 1999. So the Entrepreneur Development Shell started in 1999. From there, we started APJ Innovation Center, which was in 2015. In 2015 to CIC 2018. I'm not addressing that we should take such a long journey, but we started doing this earlier on. Now the APJ fund, we funded 14 students. These are all students with small amounts. We gave them 50,000 rupees to about 1 lakh. Now the proof of the pudding, 3 startups came out of this. So you need to start early, start with your own funds. And I mean, I don't know if the audience, there are any education institutions who are interested in starting incubators. This has been our journey. Instead of waiting for the government to give you funds or XYZ, start with your own funds, small amounts. And also, when I wanted to study the whole ecosystem, Rajan Srikanth and another couple of two other people, I brainstormed with them. And then myself and Parvez, we went and visited many incubation centers in the country, the ones who are doing well. So we wanted to listen to their story. What is that they are doing right? What have they got? How can we do it? In fact, I clearly remember this conversation with IIT Delhi's Director for Incubation. He said, Abdul Kader, don't do what we are doing. It will be difficult for you to eliminate IIT. Find out what is your strength. What is that your institution is good at? You will have a couple of strengths. So work on that. In fact, taking his advice, we started with biotechnology. Our biotechnology was strong. So we said, okay, let's start with biotechnology. And we applied to BIRAC. And mashallah, in 1 year we got the first grant from BIRAC. So we also visited international incubation centers. And what they are doing, they are all different models. Actually, we follow a different model. In that video, I don't know whether you noticed, there was a photo of Farm Sensei. And there was a greenhouse. So we as an incubator provide a greenhouse facility for them. We invested in that. No other incubator does it. Incubator will be in the office. They will provide you space, they will provide you mentorship, they will provide you something else. But providing a space for the Farm Sensei to put their products and test it out, like that we are different. So this is the interaction incubators which we went and talked to. So I don't know again if there are any education institutions here. By the way, not only education institution can start a Section 8 company and incubator, an organization like UEF can also do it. Because Indian Angel Network in Delhi is the angel group, like Chennai Angels. They applied and they got funds from the government, Atul Incubation Center, to start an incubator. So this is some food for thought. You can also look at doing it. And I know another organization called Nice Foundation in Bangalore. They also applied to Atal Incubation Center and they also got a fund for social impact. Their theme was social impact. So this is some of the requirements. You have to put a separate Section 8 company because you have an education institution which is under a trust, but this is a separate Section 8 company. Find a full-time CEO who is a non-academician. This is my strong advice. Don't bring an academic person to come and run it. Nothing wrong if you have somebody like Maluk to run it, it's fine. But to get Maluk is difficult. So try and bring somebody from the industry and a minimum space of 10,000 square feet to apply to any of these funds. We have now applied and got from 8 ministries, central ministries. Most of them ask for minimum space of 10,000 square feet. And this, from the society to the Section 8 company, has to be leased for 30-year period. So and then host institution, top management, entrepreneurs and investors, established departments, like I said, from in our case it was School of Life Science, provision for space and infrastructure support, funding support followed by national innovation policy. I'll show that to you in the next slide. And roughly the guideline is 1% of the total revenue of the education institution you have to give, you have to spend for incubation center. That's just the guideline from the government. So we came with all this policy. The government has given clear guidelines on what most important point example would be if you want to do a student startup, you reduce the number of credits the student has to take in a semester. And also same thing for faculty, reduce the number of hours they have to do teaching. So that is one, and the percentage of shares, like example IIT takes like 3% or something in every startup which comes to them. Here the government has also given a guideline. If it is a software-based startup, you can take more, up to 8 I think. If it is a hardware-based software, you take less. So all these guidelines is already given by the government, so we just formulated it and circulated to our student startups, faculty startups as well as others. So this has been our journey. I didn't put the APJ Abdul Kalam Incubation Center. So we incorporated it in 2018, but we took 1 year to study the landscape, to understand what's going on before we incorporated the company in 9. Then the first grant came in 2019 from BIRAC. Then the Startup India Fund we were able to get. By the way, Parvesh was just mentioning to me, we were the third incubator in the whole country to get Startup India Fund at that time. So perseverance is also very important, and also startups choose which incubator to go to. The way the fund works is the government allocates you an amount. In this case it was 5 crores, first 3 crores and then 2 crores. But you have to advertise in the online portal, and startups all over India apply to which incubator to go to. So there is one gentleman who got a Startup India Fund through us. He'll come and talk about his experience with CIC. Then we got the mentee Samiran Singh. This is a matching fund, a livelihood business incubator for Madurai. And now, actually, even though it says 2024, this amount came only in 2025. It's a Atul Incubation Center, Smart and Clean Mobility. So, what is the impact so far? 139 are there with us, 75 have graduated and left. So, of which 64 of them are in life science, 50 of companies are in the industry 4.0, then we have smart and clean mobility 17 companies, and aerospace and defense 8 companies. So, if you see, it's tech focused. In most of the startups which we identify and nurture are tech focused. So what from the trustees have given is around 30 crores for infrastructure as well as matching grants. 1 lakh square feet of space we have provided. Then 132 patents have come out from the university. 51 crores is the amount of funds which we've been able to raise from the government and CSR funds. So here, like I mentioned, 139 startups have graduated. So in this 5-year period, of course, we also attract startups which are already having revenue. We have early stage, which are just starting, have a concept, and we fund that. We also fund students and faculty startups. So early stage, seed stage, early stage, and CD stage. So we fund all this. So the amount of money we have put from our CIC is around 30 crores into these startups. So the valuation of these startups are today 3,161 crores. And 520 crores of fund they have raised so far. This is a large amount. This is apart from the 39 crores which we have given on this right hand corner, 520 crores they have raised, and around 149 patents we have incorporated. So, of course, I don't want to keep comparing IIT, but we are getting there. We are 149 patents, I think, came in the past 3 years. So our focus also is research, innovation and incubation. So you do research, the faculty, the students, the startups, you convert it into an innovation and then incubate that company. And this is one of our, how do I say, something we got right. So the entrepreneur, he came to us through Startup India Fund portal, that is he chose CIC, and he came to us, and at that time he just had a concept. So we gave 30 lakhs, and subsequently, I don't know whether you can see the numbers, he has raised about 10 crores of debt from Indian Overseas Bank through the startup, no collateral at 9% interest. We facilitated that. Around 20 crores from Technology Development Board for the company, and also through the demo day which we keep. One of the funds which I invested in, Blue Hill Capital, he was one of the persons who had come, Manu Iyer. He has invested 40 crores, he has invested 9 crores. Am I right? I think he's invested 9 crores, but another 40 crores as the equity has come into the company. So this is the way we were able to facilitate, and I want to, where's the motorcycle? Motorcycle another. The motorcycle is actually. Yeah, the company does electric two-wheelers, and maybe Dinesh will take 2 minutes to explain what he does. Why he is unique? Why Technology Development Board gave him 20 crores? Maybe Dinesh should be able to explain.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Thanks, Arvind sir, for driving the motorcycle on the stage as well. I really appreciate it. So this is what CIC and the entire research team has been helping us with over the last 4 or 5 years. We're a small company. Today we've grown to about 140 people. We're based out of Chennai. Our factory is not too far from here. So yeah, so we're a small company, like I said. Our factory is about 4 streets away here in Manapakam, where we design, develop the entire. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Design, develop the entire motorcycle. Just before I kind of step into CIC, just a quick brief of who we are. We are obviously an electric motorcycle company, but we don't exist to make. The vision here is not to make just another electric motorcycle, but to kind of answer why electric motorcycles aren't as mainstream as electric scooters are, and that's essentially what we've done. Over the last 7 years, we built the entire motorcycle from scratch. We've got 156 patents on the motorcycle. We've got close to about 22 electronic control units that we make in-house that go into each motorcycle that we build. CIC obviously has been a huge pillar of support from day one. When we started in 2020, 2019 compared to 2020, but COVID hit. So CIC kind of came in very early, even before we had a prototype. Told us, okay, this is a concept that you guys are really, that sounds good, so we want to support. They gave us our first seed ticket of about 35 lakhs, and AK sir has also supported us in that journey. Today we've raised close to about 90 crores in capital. We've just launched our motorcycle. We started sales of our motorcycle in Chennai. The motorcycle that you see here is also a registered motorcycle. So we start deliveries in Bangalore in January, and then we slowly scale up across the country. We've got not just financial support, I'd say, but across the board, right? Right from getting We are a small company, suppliers didn't want to work with us. Parvez sir obviously had a lot of contacts in the automotive ecosystem. He brought in tier ones who work with the Bajaj's and TVS's to supply to us. He brought in investors, he brought in government connects. The tech that we use here, there's still no regulation on that architecture for two-wheelers. So we had to lobby for it. They helped work with the certifying board, which is ARAI, to get this approved. So the support has been extraordinary, and now we continue to work with the Crescent Group for retailing the motorcycles as well. So I really appreciate all the support, so thank you so much. Hoping to continue with it. Hoping to continue with it.
So the key I wanted to highlight is we invested 30 lakhs when there was no product. The bike was not there, it was on paper. Subsequently, I invested along with Nano IR and Blue Hill Capital when it was 40 crores valuation. And today it is valued at 510 crores in 3 years. So these are the kind of outliers we want to attract, and inshallah take it to Ahmed has been always telling our valuation should be 10,000 crores. Inshallah we'll get there. We are 3,000 crores now, we'll get to 10,000. So the time's up, but I'll go quickly. These are all the schemes that which is available, and like I keep repeating, anybody in the education or wants to start an incubator, we'll guide you and tap into all these funds. And Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, as you know, the industry minister talked about it, PTR talked about it, so the government focus has been in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. So we also started that. So we have a MSME livelihood incubator at Madurai and the fisheries grant, which again we got. So little bit diversification of the startups. We are attracting people all over India. It's small amounts, but we are getting there. As you can say, from Karnataka, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Bhubaneswar, Telangana. So we have created the goodwill, or let's say a track record, which is enviable, and so people want to come to us because we are also quick in decision making. One thing Dinesh mentioned to me, I was asking, why did you come to CIC? Okay, you came to CIC, why? No, sir, I applied to many incubators to start up India Fund, but you are the guys who came back to me quickly and finished the whole thing in 3 days. Others were taking so long. So we also try and be proactive and attract. Now I have told our team we have to attract people, and we also have to screen companies. Not every company which comes we should take. We should see which are the companies which make sense. Is there an innovation? Is there something we can go and capture? So and then we have to, otherwise it will be difficult to achieve the high 10,000 crore number. So it's like an angel investment or an investor, because this is money we are putting, right? We have to also back because government is giving us money for that. But we also have to put in little good companies which are having registration. So I guess the scheme is available. So quickly go through it. The government is giving for students. So the first METI Genesis Entrepreneur in Residence, EIR stands for Entrepreneur in Residence. So if there are any students who want to do a prototype, the government is giving this money. Okay, I'll go fast, they're giving the bill. So up to the last point I wanted to highlight, up to 25 crore we can get free. If you are registered for MSME companies and DPI, we can facilitate introduction to 6 banks which are willing to give working capital loan without collateral. The key word is without collateral at 9% interest. So all these funds are available, and we can explain this to any incubator which is interested. So because of want of time, I'll stop here. This is just talk about the infrastructure. So inshallah, we'll work together with the UF. We already been working. Ahmed's target has been 100 startups in 45 educational institutions. Inshallah, we work towards that. That way, 4,500 startup comes, and if each of them are valued at 10,000 crores, we are bidding to our Tamil Nadu 4 trillion account. Thank you very much.
Truly inspiring when Crescent was at the forefront of founding an educational institution, many of us are an alumni of. And today when the startup ecosystem is taken off in a big way, we are there at the forefront. So truly inspirational, always there leading from the front in education as well as support for young entrepreneurs and brilliant minds. Let's go on to the next inspiring associate of the day. I would request our team to play the video. Right. I think we're going to go on directly to the top. Okay? Yes. So it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker of the day, Mr. Mohammad Rafi, an educationalist, entrepreneur, and career guidance and counseling specialist. He's the founder and chairman of SIBEC, the SAIPA International Business and Entrepreneurs Chamber, a global economic platform connecting business leaders, SMEs, entrepreneurs, and professionals. SAIPA IICPR, the International Institute for Counseling, Psychology and Research, offering mental and physical health wellness training, counseling and guidance. And the SAIPA Educational and Empowerment Trust, which focuses on empowering individuals through education, job skill training and entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Mohammad Rafi, founder and chairman of SAIPA. Over to you, sir.
Thanks to Almighty, Alhamdulillah, எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கே. எல்லாருக்கும் அஸ்ஸலாமு அலைக்கும் என்று குட் மார்னிங் டு ஆல். என்ன